Pikachu!
How's it going, Pika Knights? My name is Graham Allen and I'm bringing you another Portal Knights video. In today's video I'm going to show you a brand new ranger build that I've just created, and I call it the Multi-Strike Moo Moo Ranger. Now it's called the Multi-Strike Moo Moo Ranger because it utilizes multi-strikes, but it's also called the Moo Moo Ranger because, well, I invented it and that's what I wanted to call it. Now I have briefly described this build on one of my previous videos, but I thought I'd do a quick video on the build and show you guys exactly the items I'm using, why I'm using them, and show you my stats as well. So if we go into our inventory, we can have a look at what I'm wearing, and I'll show you why I'm wearing it as well. So if we go from top to bottom, in our helmet area, or in our helmet slot, we have the Plunderer's Helm, which gives us 193 defense. Now this actually gives us plus 5% multi-strike chance, increasing our multi-strike chance to 5% so far, plus 2 additional strikes on top of our normal 1 strike, which is actually amazing just on its own. But we're going to add on to that. In our chest plate area, we have the Bone Eater chest piece, and I just came across this completely randomly. I got it from a chest and I love it. I think I got it from a chest. I might have actually got it from a drop from an enemy. I'm not entirely sure where I got it, if I'm honest with you, but I absolutely love it. It gives you 300 armor, plus 4% multi-strike chance, and plus 1 more additional strikes. So that's 3 additional strikes on top of our normal strike, plus 9% multi-strike chance. For the, I don't really know what you call these, the Gauntlets, there you go. We have the Champion Rift Ranger Gauntlets, which gives you 41 defense, plus 58 health, and rush. Now, it doesn't give you anything towards your multi-strike or additional hits, but it is worthy to have because it gives you rush, which restores 50 health when inflicting, if I can speak, and a critical strike on an enemy, and that will happen a lot on this build, purely because of some of the items that we have. So in our leg braces, we have the Gladiator Champion leg braces, which again gives us plus 4% multi-strike chance and plus 1 additional strike on top of what we've already got. So I think that's what, 4 additional strikes so far. And in our cape, this is where the critical strike comes in. Now yes, 5% chance or 5% critical strike damage is awesome, but 8% critical strike chance, that's like 1 in every 10 hits, or something like that, 1 in every 11 hits, you get a critical strike, meaning you get healed at the same time, which is absolutely awesome, and that is called the Cape of the Ranger Prince, which gives us 53 armor. Now for the ring, we have the Ring of Divine Protection, which gives you plus 10% light damage resistance, which it just does. I wasn't really building it around that, but that's pretty cool to have. Plus 1 additional strike again, and plus another 4% multi-strike chance, which is amazing. That brings our multi-strike chance up to like above 30%, which is insane. But if you take into account our weapon as well, that gives us an additional 18% multi-strike chance and another additional strike. So that is a whopping over 40% multi-strike chance, plus like 6 additional strikes. I may have miscounted, we can go through them in a second, but that is awesome. And that is called the Titanium Masterwork Ballista, probably one of the best ranger weapons that you can actually get. And this was actually recommended to me by a viewer of my live stream, Kevin. So thanks for the heads up, Kevin. It is a fantastic weapon, probably my favourite now. I absolutely love it. So let's count the multi-strike chances we're getting here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multi-strike, or 6 additional hits. Over 40% chance of doing an additional strike, or a multi-strike, which is amazing. And if you don't believe me, here's Harold. We're going to fire at Harold and see how quickly we can deplete his energy. Now, I have tried this build on all of the hard mode relic defense levels solo, and I have completed them all successfully without dying. So this build was basically made for the relic defense. I have tried it against the bosses, or the hard mode bosses, and I almost took out the worm like after, you know, when you knock him down, I took about 3 or 4 attempts to knocking him down. This build pretty much killed him after 4th attempt, which was awesome. But let me show you. And there you can see those multi-strikes already hitting, and look how many I'm getting. Like, that is a massive chance of doing multi-strike damage. And Harold is taking a beating. We all know how difficult it is to kill Harold. He can take a while to kill. But there we go. We killed him in a matter of seconds. Now, I've actually did a live stream recently, and I was using this build fighting the mini-boss. I can't even remember his name. It was one of the mini-bosses. You can go and check it out in the live stream. And I was killing him fairly easily without taking much damage at all. So this build really does work nicely. It is called the Multi-Strike Moo Moo build. And if you use it, that's awesome. Let me know in the comments down below if you try out this build and what you think about it. Now, before we end the video, I want to show you guys my actual attributes, is the word I'm looking for, and talents. So here is my attributes: 46 on Constitution, 10 on Strength, because you don't really need Strength as a Ranger. We have 68 on Agility. Alright, I'd say it gets boosted apparently. I don't really know why it's saying... Oh yeah, it's telling you what your agility's at. So 68 on Agility, 119 on Dexterity, 10 on Wisdom, and 10 on Intelligence, because we don't really need them because we're not a mage. In our talents, we of course have the crossbow, because that is the weapon we've got, which increases damage dealt by crossbows by 25%. What's really cool is one of these abilities will add on to our multi-strike chance, and I'll show you that in a second. I've actually already counted into it, and when I said over 40%, I was including this ability as well. The Sentry stance, which increases damage dealt by 15% if you haven't moved in the last 5 seconds. That is pivotal to the relic defense, because it is super handy when you're just standing from afar and firing. As long as you haven't moved in 5 seconds, you are doing an extra 15% damage, which is awesome. We have the dodge chance, of course, because I really like the dodge chance. Adds 10% dodge chance. Potion mastery, because you have to pick it. Orb thief. If I can see the description, that would be absolutely wonderful. Adds 5% chance that your ranged damage spawns a health orb at your position. This happens a lot. I get loads of hearts surrounding me, and I use them to heal up all the time, so this really does work, and it's really awesome. Sharpshooter increases your damage by 20% if no enemies within 10 meters, so that's again adding on to the 15% damage if you've not moved in 5 seconds. If you're firing from afar, you will get an extra 20% damage on top of that, which is an extra 35% damage in total. You could also use the In the Face of Evil, which increases your damage by 5% if they're for every enemy within a 10-meter radius, which also works really well for relic defense if you like to go in there and get a bit closer. This is one I was talking about, is the combo swing, which adds an additional 10% multi-strike chance to deal damage twice. So that is amazing. We have all of that multi-strike chance, over 40% multi-strike chance, plus 6 additional hits on top of that. This build really does work brilliantly, if I do say so myself. So this is the multi-strike Moo Moo build. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Honestly, it works so well, especially in the relic defense battles. I will be doing other builds as well, so I'm going to be doing a ranger build, not ranger build, sorry, I'm going to be doing a mage build pretty soon. I'm thinking of a critical strike mage build, but I've not 100% decided yet, and then we'll try out some other builds after that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I will catch you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.